Hi, my name is Malcolm Atherton with the Healthcare and Life Sciences team here at Salesforce Marketing Cloud. I wanted to take a couple minutes to tell you about the Command Center from Salesforce and how it can help you and your peers across your entire business visualize what's happening across social, sales, service, and marketing. Here we go. The first thing that you're going to notice is the benefit of the Command Center is that it's designed to be utilized on any screen. So I have customers that will use this in lobbies by visualizing what's being said about the brand. Groups like the American Red Cross will set up emergency centers with multiple screens set up so they can keep an eye on everything that's happened at any given time. Your C-suite can keep screens up on their desktop, on their iPads, or anywhere where they want to access things that are being said and done about the business. And I have marketing customers, sales customers, and service customers who have large screens up in various places on their floors to showcase information that matters most to them. So what do these screens look like? There's several that I want to take you through. First, there is the social listening screen. And this is going to give you an idea about not only what's being said about your brand, but by people who have certain levels of influence. So the bigger the bubble under what people are saying, the more influential they are. This allows you to see who is most influential, what are they saying, and what's the sentiment related to it, so you can keep an eye on what's going on. The second screen is Social Universe. So within our social product, you can set up a variety of queries and a lot of subtopics. And you can demonstrate or visualize that on one screen. And all of this is touch sensitive, by the way, so that you have the opportunity to see which bubbles, so which categories and queries and which subqueries are bubbling up, which ones have the most content in them and why. If something is getting larger and that's out of the ordinary, you have a great opportunity to click directly into it and find out what's going on and see the exact posts that are contributing to the bigger bubble. Third is visuals, whether it be photos or imagery, graphics. You want to know how people are associating images with queries that you have set up. And this will let you set up multiple columns. It'll let you see those images roll through and videos roll through in real time and give you an absolute clear idea about how people are associating videos and imagery with your brand, with your industry, with your event, with your C-suite, and with anything else that you'd like to associate with your brand. The next piece is a feed wall. And this is terrific to have up. I like to see it on marketing floors. I think it's really good to have up at events as part of an exhibit. And not only can you showcase just multiple columns of data, but you can also pull up a map. So when we can access the information about where the post originated from or where the user is, we can start to visualize where in the US or where in the world these posts were taking place. So if you have a global event, if you have a product launch that takes place across multiple countries, or if you're just curious to know the origin of where people are when they're posting information about your brand or industry, you can show that and have it be up on a screen. And there's a couple more that are social related. And when I say social, I am talking about all the traditional social channels, but we're also talking about blogs and forums and discussion boards, comments, and traditional news. So it's not just Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and so forth. You're covering a lot of bases and over 1 billion different sources. So what we have here with the Conversation Cloud is we're looking at trends. We can showcase spikes around certain queries. We have a word cloud, which will showcase which words and phrases are being used in reference to or within posts, not only from you, but also about you or your brand, your industry, and so forth. Then we also have a conference screen, so we can showcase sentiment. We can showcase tag clouds, one of my favorites. What's the vernacular that's being used to talk about your brand and your competitors and your industry? It's a great thing to have flash up on a screen. And then lastly is a web canvas screen. This allows you to essentially take anything that you have a URL for. So perhaps you have a e-commerce platform or you have some analytics platforms where you have a URL that you log into to access something via the web. You can drop that into a screen. So if you have one monitor and you have multiple screens flashing across that, let's say every 30 seconds, then you can drop in things that aren't necessarily Salesforce centric. So we've talked a lot about social and what that information looks like, but we can also take your Sales Cloud information and have that visualized in a sales leaderboard. And you can manipulate this and set it up in ways that make sense for you, but it's a great thing to have up on a sales floor so everybody can see who's shining, who's standing out. And that carries over into marketing. How can we demonstrate and showcase in a very visual way which email campaigns are driving the most success, and have this cycle through so that you can not only see the emails and the email campaigns themselves, but open rates, delivered rates, click-throughs, and so forth. We can also parlay this over into social customer care. So if you have Social Studio and Service Cloud, and you want to be able to have this monitor up on your service floor, showcasing the SLAs for closing a case, how many cases have been closed, who are your top performers, then this is a fantastic screen to be able to showcase there. So like I said, Command Center is not just for visualizing what's happening across social media and all other online media. It's a great way to showcase and visualize what's happening across marketing, sales, and service. I'd love to demonstrate this to you, give you a couple weeks to play around with the software and kick the tires. Let's have a conversation about it.